Look at everybody. It's a whole lot of people out there. Now it's a whole lot of phones.
Just a couple more seconds with the flashes, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down they go.
Look at her, the little yellow, like she's all in yellow. What is she? Pikachu. I should have known that. You look just like a Pikachu, sweetheart.
You did know, really, didn't you? Just kind of pretending to be cool.
My son's 17 now. He doesn't play with Pikachus anymore. I don't think. I don't know. How's everybody doing? Well, thank you for coming out here at the later part of the Saturday, because it's been a wild day out there, and I've got to meet a lot of you, and so thank you for coming over and saying hi, and I've had an absolute blast. So I want to thank you before this even starts. So thank you.
Okay, so you guys probably know how this works by now. There is a microphone coming round, so if you've got a question to ask, hand in the air. This one went up super quick, so bring it on. Look at her run. Yeah, there's a sight.
It's not working. It now is.
Hello. My wife really fancies you.
Okay, say no more. Say no more. Yes is the answer to the next question. I mean, I can see her. Yes.
How's that?
Was that it?
Perfect. Done.
Well, I did have a question, but that was even better than the answer you could have given. I was just going to say, could you give her a wink and a cheeky smile?
Ah, yes. Later.
Yeah. Right, next question. Yeah?
Uh-oh. The microphone. The microphone is...
Press the button.
Wait,
that one over there.
No, try this one over
That'd be a weird trick, because she doesn't look like she talks like you. At all.
Hi Dean, I'm sure for a lot of people, when I say that you were my Superman, you know, 6 o'clock, BBC 2, that was like my thing. And I'm just wondering, obviously before, you know, Christopher Reeve, the whole Superman thing, how did you feel when you first got the role? Was there ever any pressure or anything like that you had to deal with?
Well, first of all, I'll say thank you for calling me your Superman, because that could not be a bigger, more fantastic honor to get. And I've met a lot of people who have said that today, and I really appreciate that, because I mean, Christopher Reeve is my Superman. That's who I saw as Superman. So when I think of Superman, I still think of Christopher Reeve. It's the first thought. Then I think about myself and so on and so forth. But I appreciate that, and thank you. I didn't feel pressure about playing Superman for a couple of reasons. One of them was that in Lois and Clark, Clark was the character and Superman was the disguise. So I didn't feel like I was having to fill the Superman boots and cape, so to speak. But it was Clark Kent, and that character was really well written. He was really well rounded. So I felt very comfortable in what we were doing. That being said, the first time I put on the spandex and the tights and everything, I had a moment, you know, and there was certainly some trepidation, and there was no S on it, so it just looked weird, and I was confused, and I was a little scared. And when it finally went on, and it looked okay, I was quite relieved and quite happy. And finally, about like year 3, I started to get really comfortable in the suit, so I knew I had a problem. I got too used to it. I expected to be wearing it. I was a little concerned, but it was an absolute honor. And again, you know, I've done 100 and something movies since then, and all kinds of other series. For me, I wouldn't ever want to disassociate myself with the character. I'm able to work plenty and do all sorts of other films and play different characters, but if it's stuck with people, I find that to be an honor, and I embrace it. So thank you.
And you say about the costume, but I believe you've got a little bit of costume envy now, haven't you, with the new ones?
I have huge costume envy. That's not fair. I wore a pair of tights, I mean literally spandex, in the 90s, okay, so 90s spandex. And I had a wool cape, and that was the bane of my existence, that cape. We were changing that thing over and over and over again. I look at Melissa Benoist's suit. We'll be sitting around after shooting a scene or something like that. She's sitting there, and I'll be doing this. why do you have such nice material? You know, she's got little shoulder cups that are built in, and I'm like, that's not even you right there. This isn't, that's the only place I push, by the way, the shoulder. And her cape is like this rubbery, cool material. I actually had a moment one night, we were shooting all through the night, and we shoot in Vancouver now, and it was misty, as it always is in Vancouver and London. And so it was misty, and she was backlit, and she had this costume on. And she was walking up, you know, in front of like the grip trucks and things, and I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. You know, you could see the cape kind of billowing in the wind, and I was like, I wonder if I ever looked like that. And I hope so, because it looked really cool. But the costumes are just, they're getting better and better and better. And a lot of them have the built-in muscles and that sort of thing. I've seen a couple of those costumes around today. We didn't get that luxury. I certainly didn't get that luxury. But if I got to put the suit back on, I would take advantage of the new suits, I promise you. I would certainly do so.
I can tell you now, though, you've never looked like Melissa.
Thank you very much.
At least I hope not. Right, next question.
Hi, I'm just wanting to ask how you feel about how you feel about being part of the Supergirl stuff and kind of carrying on the Superman legacy type of idea in a different character.
I'm honored to ever be a part of the Superman lore. I think it's amazing. When they asked me to come and play Jeremiah Danvers, I immediately said yes. They have a great respect for people who've played characters in the past and part of the world. And I'm a fan as well, so I like to participate in it. I think it was great fun to have the original Supergirl be my wife there, and it's great that they had Terry Hatcher come on as well. I just think it shows a respect to the genre and to the fans, and I embrace it wholeheartedly. Although I will say it's strange going from being the man in the cape and the tights to being the dad without cape and tights. When I'm the grandfather with the walker, I'm still gonna do it. Still gonna do it until I have to be a hologram. I'll still do that. I'm taking it all the way to the grave.
A lot of people kind of, obviously, there's yourself, there's Helen, you know, there's Terry. A lot of people are like, well, what's Kevin Sorbo doing there? So, can you tell us that story?
Who? I'm kidding. Kevin Sorbo. So, Kevin Sorbo played Hercules. You guys remember Kevin from Hercules? And then he did Supergirl. And oh, you guys haven't seen season 2, have you yet? Some of you have, illegally, I'm sure. You've had season 2? It has aired? Okay. Well, Terry kills him in it too, so he dies. Spoiler alert. I was supposed to say that part first. Anyway, Kevin Sorbo, before he played Hercules, was up for a role that I was up for, that I actually got, and he didn't get. It was Superman. The last 2 candidates for Lois and Clark for Superman were myself and Kevin. And I figured, A, he's blonde, and B, he's blonde. So I got this, right? They went down to the audition, and they were concerned about me being so young. I was 26 when I was cast, 27 when this show started airing. It's weird because I'm only 30 now, so, and I'm terrible at math. But Kevin and I were down to the last 2, and the fact that he was blonde, I thought played a big part of it. Great guy, and right after he didn't get Lois and Clark, he did get Hercules, so it was pretty cool. But Kevin and I are great friends, and it was great to have him on the show. But he almost was Superman. Almost.
Okay, where's the next question? Yeah, just pick one. That's pretty convincing. I want to ask a question.
Well done. Yeah. It wasn't the child, so it was good.
Hello.
Sorry.
It's your birthday on the 31st, right? Yeah. I don't know if I can ask this, but could we all sing happy birthday? And I don't want to do it alone.
My birthday is Monday. I will be, years old, and I appreciate that. I don't think everybody wants to sing happy birthday to me, though. I don't think that'd be...
Happy birthday to you.
I'm not singing. No way.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you. without a doubt, the most people who have ever sung happy birthday to me at one time. I appreciate that, because I'm not one for big parties, and that's very cool, so thank you. Again, I will not disclose how old I will be, but it's over 27.
And tomorrow, every one of you has to bring him a cake. No, really don't.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, next question. Where are we? Over here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very much like the guy over there. Your Superman is essentially my gateway drug to the genre. Through you, I found Wonder Woman, Supergirl, even over in Marvel, like Captain America. So thank you for that. I'm pretty sure my mum's furious that I've ruined all her tea towels tying around my neck as a result. I just have a couple of quick questions. Firstly, with you being my gateway drug to the genre, who is yours? And secondly, how do you feel about the new Justice League movie coming out? Is it something you're looking forward to?
I've never been called anybody's gateway drug before, and I appreciate that. I take a certain amount of pride in that. That's awesome. Back in the 90s, nobody was doing superhero projects, that's for sure. In fact, when we started doing Lois and Clark, they were like, you're going to play Superman? It's going to tank. It's going to be awful. You're going to suck. It's going to be up. And there was that sort of fear for it, but it turned out well. So I'm glad I was your gateway drug in that respect. Apologize to your mom about your towels. I wasn't a